Hi everyone, welcome back. What's been going on at Sandling the last few weeks? Well, join me now. Let's see what's been going on. Hi everybody and welcome back to Sandling. You may be asking why the heck have I covered my nice new tabletop in paper, white paper. Now this is just cheap lining paper, nothing more, and I've just taped it on so that I can do some sketching, basically some planning. I've decided after a long soul search that, and lots of comments that have come in, got to be said, that suggest that I really should go for Folkestone. And it was my original aim. I just felt that it was too difficult to try and model in any form in this space. Hi everybody and welcome back to Sandling. And what have I been doing over the last few weeks? Well, I've got to admit to you, not a lot, to be quite honest. I had hoped to have filmed a lot more, and certainly stuff of interest that I could put out as a nice Christmas video. Unfortunately, things have happened with the gallery, with my other painting channel, and I've been so busy that I have not had the time to get out here and do any developing that I'd really wanted to do. And there's so many things. I've got the hill to do behind me. I've got the track work coming off of Sandling Junction coming down through Hive. That has really been waiting for so long to get done and hasn't been yet. And at the same time, I built these tables, as you saw in one of the other videos, and I looked at putting a sort of a representation of Dover Marine Harbour on here at one point. Well, it was suggested in the last video by 2 or 3 people that why am I doing that? Why don't I look at Folkestone again, as it's the natural progression around the coastline, and would have tied in with the Sandling branch line had Lord Radnor not put the mockers on it way back in the day. I'm just waiting for the aeroplane to go over. Still going over. Very slow aeroplane, obviously. Now we've got the collared doves and the aeroplane. Okay, well, I can't wait any longer. As I was saying, that Lord Radnor put the mockers on, making the connection to Folkestone Harbour and through to Sandling on the branch line. Now, with that said and done, I looked at it hard, and with other people's help, Paul, myself, and a few other comments, and the friend of mine who lent me a wonderful book all about Folkestone railways, and in this is just an absolute minefield of fantastic information. I gave him his copy back because I'd have wrecked it. I wouldn't have found my own copy now. And it's sort of given me so much information. And with that was the big track plan. Now, Folkestone Harbour was a very complex system. It came over the viaduct into the station area, but it also had a secondary outlet through the side. And so one came across a very steep viaduct and then across the big viaduct that went over Ford Road at one point, going out towards Folkestone Junction. Now, I can't do that quite the same way, obviously. I don't have the room for that. But I have looked at it, and in fact, the more I looked, the more I saw the possibilities. And I wanted to explore those, and to such a degree I will go around with the camera shortly and show you what we've come up with. But there's a little bit of footage that I will show first with regards to what I was thinking, what I was doing, and then how I came up with this plan. And it is, as you can see, it is crude. It is just laying on the surface here. No proper points, nothing set down. I've got to see if it all works first. But certainly prototypically, I think I can get trains from the outer area here all the way across and way over to the area behind the camera, which is the goods area. Now, as I was saying, Folkestone had an amazingly complex set of track work, because not only did it have a plethora of sidings over that side, but it had a complete ring of train track that went all the way round and across all these, so giving a whole load of literally crosshairs, 45-degree angle track to track. So trains and also wagons were pushed and pulled in the day around the harbour, across the harbour to the other side. It was when you look into it, it was amazing. But I can't get anything close to that. And all I can do is to try and create the harbour arm, which will go off here and over there to the end, which is the lighthouse. We got berthing for a couple of larger vessels, a couple of pedal steamers, and on occasions when the weather was right, they used to have a berthing on this side. This was a small jetty, and this area here, this scribbled area, is a larger or higher walkway where passengers would come and alight and have views and all the rest of it across to the channel, and all the workings are on the lower side of the decks here, and some of those decks were open grid work to the sea below, and it was all very, very interesting, but I can only like sort of touch upon it. And so if any of you watch this and have got any ideas, then yeah, put them in the comments section below. I'll look at them. Nothing is set up yet. I've got basically the drawing done, and the whole of this is going to be on this height, this CLS, which is about 1 3/4, something like that. So all of this harbour will be set up on this height here, and therefore any areas where points will come will be cut away underneath, so I can actually access and put point motors despite what may be under there in terms of table and reinforcement. So that will be higher, and also this side actually will be almost double, and the reason being that I need to create that extra wall, and it will be quite an interesting thing to do. It may be that I find that the extra inch on height may be enough. I doubt it. It's certainly all food for thought, and we're a long way from the build. I just wanted to see if this area was feasible, and to see how we go. So other than that, what's been going on? Well, not a lot to show you. I have put my entire fleet onto a computer, and I've given it all that JMRI action. I set up JMRI, and I completed a roster just the other day, and it was quite tedious because I had to go through every locomotive that I had. Certainly when it comes to all the DCC locos, I've still got an awful lot of locos up on the side there that haven't had any chips put in them yet. I keep buying locos. Stupidly, I should stop buying locos and maybe start considering buying a few more chips to get some of those off of the shelf and running on track. That's what I should be doing, and that's what my aim is after Christmas, to do that, is to start chipping all of those locomotives up there that so far haven't seen a chip in their life, and that'd be crazy just to leave them as static models. So that will be what I will be doing, and so I am just doing that. What else? Well, nothing really. It's rather boring. It's just a very quick update, just to touch base with each and every one of you guys over Christmas and this period. We have just entered another lockdown down in the southeastern London. We're in tier 4, so we can't do anything. We're housebound, and Christmas is gone, everything's gone, so all I'm doing is filming and creating new tutorial videos for the art channel, and I'll have some more time in here, I guess, to do some more modeling and produce something a little bit closer than my last one. I do happen to apologize to everybody that I haven't put a video out for such a while, and I said that a little while ago. It's just things have got a little bit hectic, and to be able to get in here and film something, I feel really almost that I'm just nattering away, and I've got nothing really great to tell you, so please forgive me for that, for just rambling on, but I wanted to let everybody know I stood around and nothing had gone wrong. I just haven't had the time, and a lot of time that I have had is, as I say, it's been doing the JMRI, but it's also been trying to figure this lot out, and to see where I'm going to take it next. So I think I'll make it a fairly short video, because they're really, I always said that if I didn't have anything purposeful for showing you, I really wouldn't put a video out there. And had it not been near Christmas, I probably would have carried on not putting a video out there because I've got nothing to say. But I just wanted to say hi to everybody, and to say and wish every one of you who support my channel, and every one of you modelers out there, guys or girls, just have a wonderful Christmas. I know that's a bit hard under the certain circumstances that we all find ourselves in, but even if you can't get out and meet people, then just have a great Christmas, have fun, get in your training rooms and model, but above all, stay safe, everybody. It's a really crucial time. It's really scary out there, and yeah, I just would like to know that everybody I say hi to now, I still be saying hi to after Christmas and beyond. And it's a scary thought. But anyway, now I am rambling. So I'm going to swing the camera around, and I'm just going to tell you as I pan it around what I've got to do, the issues that I've got. And then I put a little bit of running together and get this video out hopefully before Christmas Day. So anyway, everybody, happy Christmas, and happy New Year, and happy modelling above all, and stay safe. All the best, guys. Catch you all soon. Bye bye. Okay, so as I said earlier, and you've been watching, that's the end of the harbour arm. It is a very sharp angle. You can see there's sort of a bit of a dog leg goes up and then stops there and goes out that way. And that's the very end, and that's where the lighthouse will be, and the viewing area around the lighthouse. 2 tracks ended up there, but there were so many sidings coming down here, I cannot model the length or the intricacies of the track work that were all through this area. I've done as much as I can, and I've tried to make everything function. I've tried to touch on also the bits and pieces relating to different tracks. For instance, going back here, we've got the berthing and track where people's cars were put on for the cross-channel ferries, paddle steamers and all that sort of thing in the day. There was a gantry crane, in fact there were 2 in the end, but one that was sort of sliding across all these tracks, and I'm going to try it somehow and mimic that if I can. I've done it through 2 3-way points as well, and hopefully they will work. I'm still looking at the track work and seeing if I can make it better and simpler to operate. But coming down here, we've got some of the many sidings that were here. They all curved round, all into the back and behind the station area, which is in red here. And then we've got what will be a little goods yard or goods station there. Well, trains can pull up each side of that and it can operate, and then lorries can pull up here. A very short piece of space, because then we've got the edge of the harbour wall, the inner harbour, that will come down towards where the viaduct is. Now this track is just laying down here, but the viaduct will come in still at a very shallow slope across the inner and outer harbour. There's the outer harbour, and of course we've got the little sort of harbour arches that created the inner harbour, and about there, about that much, will be a swing bridge, and the original one has changed from the current one, and of course that doesn't work anymore now anyway, because it's been fixed by whoever owns the area as a tourist attraction. Now the original arches went across to the landward side, but carried on a little bit as it disappeared up the very steep grade out of Folkestone. Now I can't do that. I can only touch it a little bit here, and I think here, if I can get a few of the other span of Ford Road arches in there as the viaduct, that would be fantastic too. It'll only be a token. and then it will come up. Now this is a drop of about 4.5, 5 inches, so it's a steep grade anyway. Whether or not it's going to work, I do not know. It may be, it may not happen. But what I've got is a 6-inch from the very top here to the very top of that there is 6 inches. These represent over 3, so at that point we're dropping 3 inches, and I think we're dropping the entire, I think it's about 4.25 inches over about 10 or so, 12 feet, something like that as a span. But if I can make it work, I will certainly probably be putting in the metal plates from DCC Concepts. And I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to break into the main line, well past the entrance to the fiddle yard, over here somewhere. Before we go through here, there will be another crossover set up and another set of points, so we can bring traffic off and on. And I might even make it a double slip. I'm not too sure yet, so that I can get stuff on headed or outside on either line. I'm not too sure. But that again, if you've got ideas on that, please let me know. But that will be it. It's a big steep grade coming all the way down. As I said, it will come through, down and around, and it will come into the harbour through here, and it curves back the other way like a great big snake, and then literally there's a whole raft of nest of points going on here where stuff can go off over to the fiddle yards, all the sidings, and to deposit goods, and wagons and shunters will take over, and then on up to the end here again. Now just coming back, I don't want to make anybody giddy. There is a spur here which is a single line, and then it splits out to the 2 lines. Now what this was in the day, what happened was that you had the harbour platforms on the station which were curved, and these ones here will take a 2-car DMU or EMU, and the beyond it where it come in there was another track that came out, and what happened was this would have been the spur that would have joined Folkestone Harbour to Sandgate, Hythe and Sandling, but Lord Radnor blocked it, so it never happened. So what happened was that this carried on up and along the coast in towards Folkestone, but it was a whole mass of carriage and wagon sidings on the day, and that's how it was left. And obviously during time it was taken up and lost. But this affords me on the almost at a level here to come round and put the 2 tracks that would have come through and then join up to Hythe and up through to Sandling. Now because of this I can't think of having Sandgate in there anywhere at all. It just will not happen. So this I think is a good compromise. We're going to bring that traffic round, and we can bring it in here, and it can be through here, and I could actually run it so that it could pull up at a platform between the 2. That would be nice, and that would work, and that's probably what I will do. So I can have an open platform here where traffic coming in on this line can pull up and get off and do whatever they're going to do for the boat ferries, etc, etc. The outer one can carry traffic away, but it can all get onto here, and it can all get onto the harbour system and get over to the goods if it needs to, if it's that sort of traffic. But primarily this traffic would have been light people traffic, passenger traffic, couple of carriages on a small engine, something of that nature. But it's going to come in very, very level. The grade is already down to where it needs to be over here. It's not losing anything bar maybe an inch until there, then it'll come across that level all the way in, and it'll be on the station, or it'll be on the harbour level at that point. The only real grade to worry about is this one, as I keep saying. So there you go. I hope I'm just going to go and stop the tape and go to the other end and just show you as much as I can. And forgive any mess you see, because I've been just full on. Okay, catch you all in a sec. Okay, so there we are from the lighthouse end, which will be here. This will be C each side, and we're going to work our way up, and you can see how the fingers of the sidings all work over to the good side. There's just enough roadway to take this through over a level crossing there and out, so that makes it work fine. We've got the Hive and Sandgate and Sandling Junction coming in through here, joining in, and then we've got the main line going out, which will be the steep grade going up and around and over Ford Road and up to the main line, which in my case would be Folkestone Junction. It's not going to be easy, and as I keep inviting comments and thoughts, I can't say that I'll implement any one of them, or I might implement several of them, but the fact that you are giving me your best advice and thoughts going forward, that will be fantastic. But hopefully in time this will make a really pleasant harbour scene and a working shunting harbour scene, without, whereas before I had it just so crammed full of track, it just was crazy. But hopefully this one will work very, very nicely. The old drop that I put down here for this was going to be the harbour level, so that there I can put any control systems in out the way, and that will look very nice and hidden, and is a perfect little area for that. So there we are. All right, I'm going to end with a bit of running, and I've just blurted on so long, so forgive me for that, and thanks for sticking with me. And again, I wish you all a happy Christmas. Take care. All the best. Bye bye.